Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all. Thank you very much for joining us on this occasion of the Ambassadors Roundtable to discuss the upcoming India Maritime Week being held from 27th to the 31st of October in Mumbai. I'm honored to welcome our esteemed dignitaries on stage. Honorable Minister Shri Sarbanand Sonowal, Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Sir, may I please request you to come on stage? I would now like to invite Honorable Minister Shri Shantanu Thakur, Honorable Minister of State for Port, Shipping and Waterways. Dr. T.K. Ramachandran, Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Shri Vijay Kumar, Officer on Special Duty, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Shri Rajesh Kumar Sinha, Special Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Shri R. Lakshmanan, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. And Shri P.S. Gangadhar, Joint Secretary, Economic Diplomacy, Ministry of External Affairs. Thank you, sir. We also extend a warm welcome to the distinguished guests from the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, the Ministry of External Affairs, and to your excellencies. To begin with, may I now request Honorable Minister Shri Sarbanand Sonowal and the dignitaries on stage to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp as we mark the auspicious occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi today, and to commence the program by invoking the blessings of Lord Ganesha, the God of wisdom, prosperity, and new beginnings. Thank you very much. I now request all our dignitaries to be seated to begin the day's program. I would now like to invite Shri P.S. Gangadhar, Joint Secretary, Economic Diplomacy, Ministry of External Affairs, to deliver his welcome address. Sir.
Honorable Ministers, Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, senior officials from the Ministry of Shipping, ambassadors, high commissioners, senior diplomats, from the resident missions in Delhi, and also invited guests and members of the media. Namaskar, good evening, and also happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you. On behalf of the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, I have the pleasure of welcoming you all for this Ambassadors Roundtable on India Maritime Week 2025. Excellencies, India's maritime sector is set for a rapid transformation, and this transformation is characterized by rapid increase in capacity, upgradation of existing infrastructure, adoption of new technologies and mechanisms to boost investments in this sector. This calls for strong partnerships with countries that have the capability, intent, and the capacity to partner with us in this transformative journey. The India Maritime Week 2025 offers us that platform to come together to deliberate on the path forward and forge strong partnerships. Excellencies, today to talk about this upcoming flagship event of the Indian maritime sector, the India Maritime Week 2025, we are delighted to have joined by the Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji. I would like to welcome him for his august presence here, and also we look forward to hearing from you, sir. I also take this opportunity to welcome the Minister of State for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Shri Shantanu Thakurji, for this roundtable, and sir, we also look forward to hearing from you. I also take this opportunity to welcome Secretary Shipping and also OSD Shipping and all the senior officials of the Ministry of Shipping and also MEA who are present here with us in this event. Finally, but of course the most important part of this roundtable is the ambassadors, the high commissioners and also all the senior diplomats from the resident missions in Delhi who have joined us for this roundtable. We are particularly pleased to have a good, I would say, participation, from the missions and also particularly the partner countries of the India Maritime Week 2025. I wish to welcome all of you for this, and also we look forward to hearing from you to gain from your perspectives, during the discussions today. And I would like to emphasize that your support and partnership will be critical in ensuring a successful India Maritime Week 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Shri T.K. Ramachandran, Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, to deliver his opening address. Sir.
Namaskar, good evening to all of you. Honorable Minister Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Minister of State Shri Shantanu Thakurji, Excellencies, distinguished ambassadors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, let me on this auspicious occasion of Vinayak Chaturthi wish you all a very happy and pleasant year ahead, because the God of, He's a remover of obstacles. Lord Vinayaka is the remover of obstacles. It's a matter of honor and privilege to be welcoming all of you to this Ambassadors Roundtable. At the Ministry, we are guided by two frameworks. The first is the Maritime India Vision 2030, which is a blueprint that identifies initiatives across the various themes for growth and development of ports, logistics, shipbuilding, and so on. The second is the Amritkal Vision 2047, which sets a long-term target for blue economy that is sustainable, inclusive, and technologically advanced. These frameworks were released by the Honorable Prime Minister a few years back, and they are the blueprint which will propel us forward. These frameworks give us both the roadmap as well as the destinations. Our task today is to share how we are turning this vision into action and how these actions can create abundant opportunities for the world to seize and collaborate for mutual growth. A critical aspect of the action plan is the development of strategic maritime corridors such as the India-Middle East European Economic Corridor, IMEC. These corridors are not only designed to enhance connectivity, reduce shipping times, lower costs, and strengthen supply chains, but also to consolidate sustainable and green shipping initiatives and act as digital energy and skill corridors. We are also intensifying our efforts on maritime financing to propel our projects. The recently held Maritime Financing Summit 2025, where many countries were present, showcased India's commitment to innovative financial models, including the Maritime Development Fund and the integration of the Gift City at the IFSC to attract global investments in ports, shipbuilding, and green maritime infrastructure. Our legislative reforms government-backed institutions such as the Sagarmala Maritime Finance Corporation Limited are key enablers providing tailored financial solutions to support sustainable and large-scale maritime projects. We have identified a pipeline of nearly $1 trillion worth of maritime projects, covering port expansion, multimodal logistics parks, shipbuilding clusters, ship repair facilities, inland waterways, and renewable energy, to name a few verticals. All these opportunities are being brought together during the India Maritime Week 2025, a platform which offers a singular event to explore the maritime strengths and opportunities of the fastest growing economy in the world. India offers 100% FDI in shipping under the automatic route, simplified customs procedures, and the strategic advantage of the IFSC. The global industry and institutions are already partnering with India in terminal development, shipbuilding technology, and port-led industrial clusters. Sustainability anchors our approach. By 2030, our major ports aim to operate entirely on renewable energy. Work on green energy pilots is already underway. We see this not just as India's commitment, but as a contribution to the global effort for climate change. Excellencies, none of this can succeed without strong partnerships. The seas are shared spaces, and so are their challenges, whether climate risks, piracy, or supply chain shocks. The India Maritime Week 2025 at Mumbai this October expects a participation of more than 100 countries with more than 100,000 participants. What will make the event truly impactful, however, is the meeting of minds with our international partners, all of you. As ambassadors, you are the bridges that connect India to the global maritime community. By encouraging your industries, innovators, and institutions to participate, you will help translate meaningful partnerships into outcomes. India's maritime transformation is a journey of collaborative growth. Together, we can build a maritime sector that is greener, safer, secure, and more inclusive. I look forward to welcoming you and your delegations to India Maritime Week 2025 in Mumbai, and to working with you to shape some productive and successful partnerships for mutual prosperity and growth. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We will now play a short video on India's maritime growth story and the Amritkal Vision 2047.
For centuries, India's destiny has been written on the waves. From ancient trade winds to today's digital shipping corridors, the oceans have carried our spirit of enterprise to the world. In the last decade, India's maritime sector has been transformed. Bold reforms and landmark legislations have opened new horizons, empowering our ports, strengthening coastal economies, unlocking inland waterways, and ensuring greener, smarter shipping. Guided by the vision of our leadership, the maritime sector has become central to India's growth narrative. The Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has called the ocean India's gateway to prosperity, and under his guidance we are steering towards opportunity, sustainability, and global partnership. As he remarked at the Global Maritime India Summit,
इतिहास साक्षी है कि जब भी भारत की मैरीटाइम कैपेबिलिटी मजबूत रही है, देश और दुनिया को इससे बहुत लाभ हुआ है.
India Maritime Week has become a defining milestone in this journey, a truly global forum where the world's maritime vision converges. With thought-shaping platforms like the Global Maritime India Summit and Sagar Manthan, the Great Ocean Dialogue, along with other key forums, it sets the agenda for collaboration, innovation, and future of the blue economy. But this is only the beginning. As we chart the course towards Amrit Kal Vision 2047, our ambition is to build world-class ports and logistic hubs, to become a leader in shipbuilding and ship repairs, standing among the top 5 nations worldwide, to create a sustainable maritime sector, carbon neutral and driven by green fuels, hydrogen hubs, and next-generation clean shipping. The vision also calls for the rise of inland waterways and coastal shipping, doubling their reach to move goods faster, greener, and more affordably. Technology and digital transformation will guide this journey, building smart, transparent, future-ready ports and turning India into a nerve center for maritime innovation. The course has been set. Join us on this voyage towards a sustainable, secure, and shared maritime future.
I would now like to invite Shri R. Lakshmanan, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, for a detailed briefing on the India Maritime Week taking place in Mumbai. Sir?
Can we have the presentation, please? We can move to the next slide. Yeah. So this just, we start with an overview of the Indian maritime sector. So we have more than 200 ports in the country with the overall capacity of 2,700 plus million metric tons per annum. And we also do a significant amount of coastal cargo, which is in the region of around 170 million metric tons per annum. And if you take the shipbuilding side, we have 62 shipyards in the country. And in terms of seafarers, we have more than 3.2 lakh plus seafarers, active seafarers in the country. And in terms of ship recycling, we handle 33% of the global volume of ships recycled. And similarly, like on the waterway front, the inland waterways where the rivers are being used for cargo movement, so that sector has grown 5x in the last decade. So this is another thrust area within the country. So if you look at the overall global competitiveness of the Indian maritime sector, these are some statistics which kind of gives you a insight into where Indian maritime sector stands vis-a-vis the global picture. So we have 2 ports in the top 30 ports as per the latest World Bank report. And we have the second largest port capacity in the world. And India accounts for 4% of the global seaborne trade. In terms of the turnaround time in the Indian ports, in terms of container ships, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, that's one of the best, and it's kind of comparable to any other best port in the world. And India is ranked second in the overall ship recycling industry. And in terms of the trained manpower, in terms of providing seafarers to the global maritime community, India is amongst the top 3-4 countries. And in the last decade, the maritime sector in the country has witnessed tremendous progress. These statistics are just to give you a glimpse of what has happened in the last decade. The port capacity in the country has almost doubled in the last decade. In terms of the Indian seafarers, that has grown by 1.5 times in the last 10 years. Similarly, like the public-private partnership in the port sector, where industry is participating in the country's port sector growth. So that has also grown more than 100% in the last decade. So these are just to give you a glimpse of the progress that the maritime sector is witnessing in the recent past. So how has this growth been made possible? So this has been made possible with a set of interventions from the government and as well as the industry participating in this. And there has been a lot of opportunities where global community has been able to partner with us in this growth. In terms of the government interventions, the digitalization of the operational processes, the National Logistic Portal, or the new Harit Sagar guidelines, which is for greening of the port sector, which has been brought about. In terms of the investment facilitators, the latest model concession agreement, which brings a balance between the industry and the government in terms of co-investment, or the Maritime Development Fund that has been announced in the recent budget, that will be for supporting the financing needs of the maritime sector. In terms of the enabling acts, government has been conscious in bringing about legislative reforms. All the maritime legislations in the country have been completely revamped and revised and brought up to date and current. The most recent acts that have been passed by the Parliament, which is the Merchant Shipping Act, in this year, last month it got passed, and the Coastal Shipping Act and the Indian Ports Act. So all of them are now comparable to the legislative frameworks that are available in the leading maritime countries. So if you look at the next couple of decades, this is the growth potential or the investment opportunity that the country offers. The port capacity in the country is targeted to be increased by 4 times. And in terms of the shipping and shipbuilding, India aims to be in the top 5 countries in terms of shipping and shipbuilding. And in terms of the energy transition, the green hydrogen space or the alternate fuel hubs, these are again another exciting set of opportunities. And the coastal shipping and inland waterways, that again is another area where there is a significant thrust, where there is a growth opportunity for all of us to engage. So now we come to the India Maritime Week, this year's event. So this is the 4th edition. Previously we've had 3 editions. And in all the editions, like the overall scope and scale of participation has been growing. This is just to give you a glimpse of that. And in each of these editions, like for the maritime sector, significant steps have been taken by the government. In the 21 edition, we launched the Maritime India Vision 2030. And then in the last edition, 23, we came up with the 25-year vision for 2047, the Maritime India Vision 2047. And if you look at the number of countries that has participated, or the investment opportunities that were showcased, or the investment commitments that were made, each event has been step forward in terms of the size and scale of the events. The last event witnessed more than 8 lakh crores worth of investment MOUs that were signed during the event, and out of which close to 40 to 50% of these MOUs have been grounded in different shape and form. So coming to the current edition, where we are looking at participation from more than 100 countries and more than 500 plus global companies participating in the exhibition space, and close to 10 lakh crores worth of investment opportunities that are being showcased, where there is potential to collaborate and partner. And this year, this is a maritime week where there are multiple concurrent events that are co-located that are happening. So that brings in more value in terms of what one can derive if one participates in the event. And the event is happening in the Bombay Exhibition Center, which is located in Goregaon in Mumbai, from 27th October to 31st October. And the theme or the vision that we have for this year's edition is United Oceans, One Maritime Vision. This is very critical with the current evolving global landscape, where all of us working together for a united maritime is very critical. So these are multiple concurrent events that we talked about, which are happening during the week. The flagship event is the Global Maritime India Summit, which focuses on industry and investments. And the next important event is Sagarmala, the Great Oceans Dialogue, where the thrust is on policy, strategy, and governance. And we also have a Global Maritime CEO Forum, where Honorable Prime Minister would be interacting with the leading global maritime CEOs. And there is a Maritime Leaders Conclave, where again Honorable PM would be participating. And apart from this, we have multiple partners who are curating events along with the ministry. The Ports of the Future Conference, which is being anchored by the Quad countries, and Ministry of External Affairs is working on this. Then we have different events on the green transition, the future tech, and women in maritime, financing for the blue economy, and the evolving maritime economic corridors. And UNESCAP is also organizing an event focused on regional connectivity and sustainability. And we also have Sagar Ratna. This is basically recognizing the maritime excellence achievers from the global maritime community. So that's again an exciting opportunity where we would encourage the companies to participate. So this just gives you a sense of how these sessions are planned across various days. The inaugural event is planned on 27th, and then the Global Maritime India Summit and Sagar Manthan both run for 3 days. And the SheEvo conference, which is Women in Maritime, that starts on 28th, runs up to 30th. And similarly, the other events are placed in different days. And the Maritime Leaders Conclave and the Global CEO Forum, where Honorable Prime Minister will participate, that's on 30th. And the overall event, the website is already up and running. The India Maritime Week website is there. So we would actively encourage you to look at the website for the latest updates. And that could be the one-stop shop for you to register for the event, book exhibition spaces, or express interest to be a speaker. So whatever you want to do, or you could also do B2B meetings or government to business meetings to be scheduled. So all of this is possible on the website. So that could be the go-to place. And in terms of the global partnership opportunity, this would be a platform where we should be having all the leading government as well as industry leaders in the maritime space. So the networking opportunities and creating partnerships, that's one key focus area for the entire event. Apart from this, we have an international exhibition where we should be able to see all the leading global countries showcasing their ideas, solutions, and products. And we also have dedicated country sessions and state sessions where we could look at what each country and state within the country is doing. And also policy and thematic sessions which are exploring different aspects of the maritime evolving space, and also innovation and technology. So one of the possible outcomes is MOUs and agreements for international collaborations, which has been the past trend, and avenues for trade enhancement and opportunities for building partnerships for investing in the country's maritime growth story in ports, shipbuilding, and allied infrastructure and technology. Strategic bilateral opportunities for interaction and building partnerships and deepening them. And also long-term strategic country engagements. We have multiple engagements with all of you sitting in the room. So this could be an opportunity where we could take these partnerships forward. So with that, I think we conclude a short brief on the India Maritime Week. So we would, on behalf of the ministry, would extend a warm welcome to all of you for the Maritime Week, along with your governments, the industry, and other stakeholders from the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before I call upon Shri P.S. Gangadhar for an interactive session, I would like to now invite our esteemed ambassadors and high commissioners to share their thoughts and ideas with the dignitaries on stage here. The mics are available on your tables. So may I please start with the Ambassador of Argentina, His Excellency Mariano Cochino, to share his thoughts. Sir, any suggestions or feedback? There's a mic on your table. Yeah. So any questions, suggestions, feedback?
No, thank you. I really didn't know that I had to talk.
Okay.
But
Sure,
as it's the benefit of the letter, that the initial letter of my country, just congratulations to the minister, to the secretary, and all the authorities of the Indian government for gathering this event and having the opportunity to participate. And in case in the conversation arises some question, I will do it. Thank you very much. Congratulations, minister, and all the authorities.
Thank you, sir. So I'll hand it over to you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. The idea of having this interaction with all the ambassadors and high commissioners is to get your perspectives on the upcoming India Maritime Week, and also, to, address if you have any specific, issues, concerns, or information that you require, because many of you would actually be helping us, getting delegates from your respective countries, whether it is from the government side or from the business side, so therefore, we thought that this opportunity would be useful, and that is the purpose of this engagement. I would also like to now invite, I would say, first actually we will go by, we have roughly about 35 missions who are actually present here, and quite a good number of them are represented at the ambassador level, High Commissioner level. So therefore, we would like to give preference to the ambassadors and high commissioners in this, and I would also in that sort of pick on the partner countries of the India Maritime Week, and in that regard, I wish to request the ambassador of South Korea, who is actually present here, to speak to us, because South Korea is actually an important partner for us in the maritime sector, and our secretary had visited, taken the delegation and then visited the country, and then there has been a series of engagement that has happened. So therefore, we would like to hear from you, Ambassador. Thank you.
Well, I like to begin by joining my colleague, Argentine ambassador, in thanking Minister of State, Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs for organizing this excellent occasion for this diplomatic community. As you mentioned, we believe Korea would be one of the few countries who can truly be a trusted partner in India's pursuit of maritime vision. First and foremost, I would like to emphasize that my country is fully committed to working together with the Indian government to help India achieve this great vision. I think for India to achieve this vision is beneficial not only for India, but for the rest of the world. So I do believe this should be a joint mission for all of us. Obviously, we are closely in communication with our capital to make sure that Korea is well represented in the upcoming Maritime Week. It's a bit early for me to give you any concrete indication at this stage, but once again, I am also very committed to making sure that Korea is well represented in that conference. So before I close, if it's going to be useful, I would like to ask you just one question. In your journey to realizing India maritime vision, I would like to know how this conference is linked to the vision. How do you place this conference in your overall planning? So let me stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador.
So
punch the questions. Now, another partner country which is represented here at the level of ambassador is Singapore. So I would like to request the High Commissioner of Singapore to kindly say a few words and also comment on the maritime week. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Stonova, Minister of State, my colleagues from Ministry of PSW and of course MEA. I'm delighted to be here for the ambassadorial conclave to hear the master planning of the big event in Mumbai on the 27th to 31st of October this year. I would like to briefly talk about Singapore's investment in ports in India. The journey started 25 years ago. We have a total of 5 ports which our Port of Singapore authorities have invested in India. The total invested amount of the 5 ports are $5 billion US. We have just announced that we are going to inaugurate a new port in collaboration with our partner, PSW, and I think Minister Sonova will be part of the inauguration come next week. So this is another addition to our investment of about $1.3 billion US in the port of Navi, Mumbai. In addition to traditional ports, we are now looking at the investment in 2 offtake hydrogen, green hydrogen, and green ammonia ports. One in Tuticorin and perhaps another in Paradeep in Odisha. We are very, very grateful for the support that we have from the central government with regards to these 2 new green ports. So I wish the Indian Maritime Week a big success. Singapore will do its best to support the event, and we will definitely be there. Thank you.
Thank you. We are also delighted, to be joined by the High Commissioner from Sri Lanka. So, ma'am, we would like to request you to.
Thank you. I want to also thank, just like my colleagues, the ministries, the honorable ministers, state minister, and the Ministry of External Affairs for organizing this event. Sri Lanka is India's closest neighbor. We are actually joined by the Indian Ocean, just 22 nautical miles apart. And Sri Lanka takes pride in India's growth and in facilitating, actually, the Colombo port facilitates about 60% of India's transshipment traffic. We are really excited about to hear about India's Maritime Week. A little early to comment about participation and so on from my country at this time, but we are excited and we look forward to participating and supporting and growing along with India, not only in ports, but in every other aspect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to now invite the High Commissioner of Kenya, who is actually present here, to say a few words. No, he's not here. So, Ambassador of Seychelles, would you like to come in?
It's Seychelles. Namaskar, honorable ministers. First of all, I join my colleague ambassadors for congratulating the organizer for this event to prepare for the big event in Mumbai in October. As for Seychelles, we know Seychelles is a small island and it's in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And maritime is one of the sectors that we have good collaboration with India. So the upcoming event is important for us. I cannot yet confirm the level of participation, but in any case, we see it very important because considering the existing collaboration with India in the maritime sector, and it will be a platform where we can strengthen this collaboration and work together, not only with Seychelles, but all the Indian Ocean islands, where we facing the same challenges, like IUU, smuggling, the piracy and everything. So together we can fight and have some solution facing the common challenges. So I wish all the organizers for successful preparations, and we look forward to to participate fully if possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, High Commissioner. I would like to now request Ambassador of Peru to kindly come
Yes.
in. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank the Minister, the Cabinet Minister and Minister of State of Ports to invite us and to know more about this important event. For Peru, this India Maritime Week event is very important because for the countries of the South Pacific, there will be opportunities to improve our maritime connectivity between India and our countries, particularly for the minerals that we export as well as agribusiness products to India and for the imports that we receive from this important country. We expect from the Latin American region to India to increase to $100 billion in the next 6 years. And this is why I'm sure this event will help us to strengthen the maritime connectivity that at the moment should be improved. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. I would like to request Ambassador of Jamaica, to kindly come in.
Good evening. Thank you so much for putting this on. I must commend you on this remarkable initiative. The blue economy is one thing, but shipping is the lifeblood of us all. I hail from a maritime state. Jamaica was actually the maritime center of the Western Hemisphere 400 years ago. And this happened around the time when Christopher Columbus was looking for an alternative route to India and ended up in Jamaica. And ever since, all of us in the Americas are known as Indians, at least the original ones. Having said that, though, Jamaica is, as you know, vying for re-election in the Category C IMO Council and are a strong partner of India multilaterally. But listening to this, I feel that there is a tremendous opportunity to re-engage the Caribbean region. We talk about connectivity. My colleague from Peru mentioned connectivity with the Americas on a whole. That's something we're in deficit of. And what we've seen is that there is a strong need for alternative supply chain routes. And so I think there's a tremendous opportunity here to engage very directly with our region. I would urge that you invite, not just at the ministerial level, but there are organizations such as the Caribbean Maritime Organization, there's the Jamaica Shipping Association, there are various shipping associations. I think you could reach out to some of these bodies, have their membership and executive come to India. I'm sure many of them have never been, but this is a way we really foster meaningful and long-term relations. These are curious times, for lack of a better word, and we really need to bolster that resilience, both against climate and against the uncertainties of what we're seeing playing out in the multilateral fora. So I look forward to that opportunity, to having us really connect that bridge from the Caribbean to India. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to request Ambassador of Mozambique to kindly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Excellencies, honorable ministers, colleagues, ambassadors here who are present here in this special meeting. It is indeed a privilege for me to join today for this important roundtable in preparation for India's Maritime Week. So I would like sincerely to thank the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways for the kind invitation and for bringing us together for this timely discussion. We are very grateful for that. Mozambique, we did long coastline. We are talking about 3,000 kilometers. Along the Indian Ocean, attaches great importance to the maritime cooperation. The safety and security of our waters and the sustainable use of our blue economy are priorities not only for us, but for the prosperity and stability of the wide region. We deeply appreciate India's continued support and engagement in these areas, and we see this roundtable as a valuable opportunity to exchange perspective and strengthen partnership in the maritime domain. Once again, we want to express our gratitude and to thank for the invitation and to wish all the best for the successful Maritime Week in the coming months of October. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador.
So I'm the High Commissioner of Malta. My country has been in the maritime trade since even before Christ, just like India. We are in the center of the Mediterranean Sea, which is known as the cradle of civilizations. So we even got our religion by sea, thanks to a shipwreck of St. Paul, as St. Thomas came to India also by ship from the same region where Christianity started. Our relation with India goes back to the 19th century when we became both part of the British Raj in the beginning of the 19th century, but from a maritime perspective, when the Suez Canal opened, Malta became one of the ports of call for all British ships and European ships going to India and returning back to Europe. Now, we may be a small country, but we are the 6th largest registrar of ships in the world. Obviously, we will be very, very interested to participate in this maritime fair. And I'm sure that, like my colleagues, I cannot say at the moment at which level we will be represented, but I'm sure that the Indian side will keep reminding us and reminding us and reminding us until definitely somebody comes, because I know that you take these conferences very, very seriously. We are also looking forward for more liberalization of the maritime sector here in India, because that would benefit us. We're interested very much, obviously, being surrounded by sea in the blue economy. And last but not least, we're also looking forward, given that we are members of the European Union, in the EU-India free trade agreement, because we believe that that could also be very, very beneficial to the maritime sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. We are also, glad that many of the India Maritime Week partner countries are also represented, at the level of CDAs and Deputy High Commissioners and Deputy Ambassadors. So the floor is open if any of you would like to come in and then, say a few words. Also ask any questions or need clarification, please. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Ambassador of Belarus. Good evening, and I have basically two proposals. First, I would not open a secret, but not all of us, ambassadors are from maritime business or from shipping. Hardly one can name what is the difference between checks and norms of discharge of loading. I'm giving that information for you simply because to prepare thoroughly to the Maritime Week, if we can receive any general data about Indian ports, about who is operating there, what is the list of the companies, that would help us to prepare the good representative delegations. Second proposal is the following. We, as Belarus, as the country, is a landlocked country without the access to the ports, only through the neighboring countries. That is why we are interested also with the usage of internationally recognized routes like north-south route. Of course, it is partly a railway route, partly car route, but then we see the usage of Chabahar port in Iran, which would be operated by India as far as we know for the next 10 years. So if we can hold a common discussion during the Maritime Week about the usage of this internationally recognized route, that would be helpful also for the countries of our region. Thank you.
Please. Can somebody pass on the mic here? Yeah.
Thank you so much, Martin Petersen. I'm the deputy at the Embassy of Denmark, and we very much look forward to being a partner country at the India Maritime Week. We were happy enough to have the Honorable Minister in Denmark just a couple of months ago and had good discussions on this and our partnership. So since we already had good discussions on that, I'll actually ask a slightly different question. Denmark is also right now the rotating presidency of the European Union. And there was a reference made to IMEC before. If anyone could shed a little bit light on how the India Maritime Week might be used to further conceptualize this India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor where shipping will also be a key aspect, I would appreciate that too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who else would like to go next? Please. Can somebody pass on the mic?
Very good evening for all of you. First of all, I would like to thank ministers and secretaries and all of those who made it possible for us to be here this evening. My name is Muhammad Ali Fazari. I am Deputy Head of Mission, Embassy of Republic of Sudan. So in Sudan, we are very satisfied and proud of our relations with India, which goes back to 1956. Now we are, in next coming October, we celebrate 70 years of Sudanese-Indian relations. So I would like also to congratulate all of you for India's Maritime Weeks. That will be a very good opportunity for all of us. And as my country is also has a sea coastline which is approximately 9,000 kilometers, and it's also the country of the river, so that we know that the ancient civilization that links between Sudan and India, that is near the rivers and on the sea coast. So we are looking forward for a fruitful participation in the coming conference and last week in October in Mumbai. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, please.
This is Kenji from Japanese Embassy. Excuse us because Ambassador is not here because he's in Tokyo to prepare for the meeting with Prime Minister Modi. As you know, we are just a few comments. We are surrounded. We are a maritime country surrounded by the sea. So the marine industry, maritime sector is very essential for our life. So that's why we are collaborating with international society and with India from multilateral framework and also with the bilateral framework. We have been working in IMO for making a framework for green shipping and smart shipping. And when it comes to bilateral, we have been collaborating with India with ship recycling. We are very committed to continue this collaboration, and we cannot say about the participation to the Maritime Week yet at this point, but we really wish the fruitful discussion going on in the Maritime Weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. As we are running out of time, we would like to close the interactive, session here. And before I hand over the stage, I would like to just thank all of you for actively participating in this session and also giving us this assurance of your support, and also most importantly, some of the suggestions I think which were given are quite useful, and also some questions regarding the vision, which of course will be reflected upon in the address of the minister and also the Minister of State. Once again, would like to thank all of you for joining, and do remain in touch with us as we take the next few steps towards the actual event, the Maritime Week. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Honorable Minister Shri Shantanu Thakur, Honorable Minister of State for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, for his address. Sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. Today's in this Indian Maritime. Hello. Today's. Today's Maritime Week 2025 on the dais, Sri Sarvananda Sonowalji, Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sri T.K. Ramchandranji, Secretary, MOPSW, Vijay Kumarji, OSD, MOPSW, Rajesh Kumar Sinhaji, Special Secretary, MOPSW, R. Lakshmanan Ji, Joint Secretary, MOPSW, P.S. Gangadhar Ji, MGA, Excellencies, Ambassadors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am giving thanks from me for your presence today here. It is a great pleasure to be with you today. I would like to begin by warmly acknowledging the ambassadors who have joined us. India today stands as a fastest growing major economy in the world, now the fourth largest economy globally. This growth opens vast opportunities for all present here. Among the many drivers of this transformation, the maritime and logistics sector offers some of the most promising avenues. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji, has often emphasized the ports are not just gateway of prosperity, but gateway of India's future. Guided by this vision, India is modernizing its maritime sector so that it becomes a pillar of nation building, technologies, adoption, and sustainable development. As the world realizes this potential, India has seen remarkable momentum in these maritime investments and participants. Global players are joining hands with Indian counterparts in shipbuilding, ports modernization, smart logistics, or green shipping. Technology is at here of this progress, AI-driven logistics, digital port operations, automations making out ports more efficient and globally competitive. Equally important is our focus on the green economy. India is taking bold steps to make its port engaging of sustainability. Projects are already underway to develop green hydrogen hub, shore power facilities, LNG, biofuel, bunkering infrastructure, renewable energy-based ports, operations, and carbon natural logistic corridor. These green projects reflects our commitment to reducing emission and ensuring that growth in this sector is clean, resilient, and future-ready. Our flagship program, Sagarmala and PM Gati Shakti, are enabling port-led industrial cluster and multimodal logistic parks that are designed with green principles in mind, attracting both domestic and foreign capital. This October, in Mumbai, we are hosting the Indian Maritime Week 2025, a gathering of unprecedented scope with participation from over 100 countries and more than 100,000 delegates. IMW will be one of the largest maritime events in the world. Guided by our Maritime Amritkal Vision 2024, this platform will showcase investment opportunities of over USD 1 trillion, especially in infrastructure, green fuel, technology, and sustainable logistics. This ancient wisdom guides us to pressure maritime development with dedication, precision, and purpose. Excellencies, IMW 2025 will not only enrich India's maritime agenda, but also helps global maritimes and best practices. And this is where your role as ambassador is vital. We hope you all encourage your industry's innovation and initiation to join us in Mumbai, where together we can build partnership and advance both India's priorities and global goals. I look forward to welcome you this October as a partners in shaping as a maritime future. This is a greener, safer, more efficient, and more prosperous for all. With this word, I am concluding my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Honorable Minister Shri Sarbanan Sonowal, Honorable Minister for Port, Shipping and Waterways, for his address.
Namaskar. Good evening to all of you present here today. Excellencies, honorable ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this particular gathering is really meaningful for all of us. One earth, one family, one future. That's the principle of living together. And we have a common goal to achieve. Today, this beautiful evening, this particular event is mainly organized as a preliminary initiative towards the main event, India Maritime Week 2025. So in this particular August gathering, we have the presence of our State Minister for Port Shipping Waterways, Santanu Thakurji, and the Secretary, Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways, T.K. Ramachandranji, and we have officers on special duty, Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways, Vijay Kumarji, all the officers from my ministry, and also officers from the Ministry of External Affairs. At the very outset, let me extend my warmest greetings to the ambassadors and high commissioners who have spared some of their precious time to be with us today. Your presence here is a testament to the deep bonds of friendship and cooperation that India share with your nation. I also warmly welcome our colleagues from industry, academia, and government who have joined us for this significant roundtable discussion. It gives me immense pleasure to speak to this distinguished audience as we come together in the lead up to the India Maritime Week 2025, India's nation flagship platform for the global maritime dialogue. This roundtable is more than a preparatory session. It is a moment to reaffirm that the oceans which separate continent also unite us in purpose and in the collective progress of humanity. For India, the sea has always been a bridge to the world. From the ancient ports of our civilization to the bustling harbors of today, our maritime journey has been about connection, exchanges, and opportunities. With the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, the journey has entered a new chapter. India's maritime sector is expanding with remarkable dynamism, with a coastline stretching over 11,000 kilometers, 12 major ports, and more than 200 non-major ports. We are building capacities not only for India's growth, but for global development and supply chain resilience. This story is not just about scale, it is about vision. Through the initiative such as Maritime India Vision 2030, Maritime Amritkal Vision 2047, we are working to transform our ports, shipping, and logistic ecosystem into one that is resilient, sustainable, and future-ready. And this opens vast avenues for international collaboration. These opportunities open up to $1 trillion maritime investment roadmap with strong potential for joint venture in developing ports and cargo terminal operation, multimodal terminals, maritime services, shipbuilding, ship recycling, ship repair, green hydrogen hubs, and sustainable shipping solution. Let me highlight few of these opportunities. We are coming up with mega projects such as Badawan ports, Galatia Bay Transshipment Port, Tuna Tekra terminals to expand India's cargo handling capacity up to 10,000 million metric ton per annum by 2047. That is the target we have set for our ports, for the ministry. These are all ready platforms for joint ventures and long-term global partnerships. So this is the area where you have your golden opportunity to take the partnership. A dedicated financing mechanism to channel global capital into port-led development, coastal shipping, and multimodal logistics is being supported through the creation of Maritime Development Fund. More than $6 billion is being invested in shipbuilding and ship repair cluster, maritime industrial parks. Let me repeat, shipbuilding and ship repair cluster, maritime industrial park, and green hubs, creating opportunity for technology partnership and investment with high return. India is advancing the green tech transition program, developing hydrogen-powered vessels, e-methanol bunkering facilities, and green hydrogen hub. We are also expanding LNG bunkering infrastructure at major ports, aligning with the global shift towards sustainable shipping. The virtual trade corridor is being developed to integrate ports and logistics through seamless digital platforms, where investment in technology, data, and innovation offers a great opportunity and return on investment. To strengthen India's role as a global hub for maritime finance, a dedicated ship leasing and financing framework has been established at IFSC Gift City, reducing reliance on overseas hub and opening new avenues for global partnership. Along Sosia Ship Recycling Yard is one of the largest ship recycling yards in the world, spread over 10 kilometers of strait, located on the Gulf of Cambay in Gujarat. It consists 131 operational ship recycling plots. Notably, 115 plots, more than 80%, are compliant with the Hong Kong Convention, reflecting significant adherence to international standards. National Maritime Heritage Complex at Lothal in Gujarat is a flagship initiative of the ministry and stands as a tribute to India's seafaring excellence and vibrant maritime history that goes back more than 5,000 years. One exciting development is the international cooperation we are witnessing. MOUs have already been signed with countries such as Portugal, UAE, Vietnam, Thailand, Netherlands, and Denmark. And over 30 more nations are in active consideration for partnership, positioning NMSC as a global hub for maritime collaboration. Looking ahead, India is poised to significantly enhance its maritime capacities and global footprint. In the shipping sector, India aims to achieve a 20% global market share in ship recycling and move into the top 5 shipbuilding nation by 2047, reflecting our commitment to sustainable and advanced maritime industries. The Indian flag fleet and seafarer workforce have grown steadily, underlining our expanding role in global shipping. Over the past 11 years, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, major milestones have marked India's maritime progress. Our port capacity nearly doubled. Cargo handling volume surged to 1,600 million metric ton, and turnaround time at some of our leading port has come down to only 22 hours. The turnaround time at some of our leading port have come down to 22 hours. Furthermore, Indian Parliament has recently cleared 5 critical maritime legislation, which have now been enacted as the Bill of Lading Act, the Carriage of Goods by Sea Act, Merchant Shipping Act, Coastal Shipping Act, and Indian Port Act. These reforms replace outdated laws and aligned our maritime legal framework with international best practices, enhancing governance, trade facilitation, and shipping development. This legislative stride will further attract investment and boost sector efficiency, reinforcing India's maritime Amritkal vision for 2047. Ladies and gentlemen, India has been working closely with nations across the world, many of whom are represented here today, on issues ranging from maritime security, domain awareness to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. We firmly believe that prosperity and security must advance together. It is in this spirit that we are hosting India Maritime Week 2025 this October in Mumbai. The event will convene leaders from across the globe, government, businesses, innovators, and thinkers for discussion that are action-oriented and solution-driven. We see IMW 2025 as a true platform for partnership where ideas can translate into project, commitment into collaboration. Excellencies, I invite you to encourage your business houses. I repeat, Excellencies, I invite you to encourage your business houses, industries, and institutions to explore these opportunities in Mumbai and unlock the full potential of maritime growth. In this shared endeavor, India stands ready to contribute, to collaborate, and to lead. I look forward to welcoming you and your delegation to India Maritime Week 2025 in Mumbai. With these few words, I am sincerely thankful to all of you this evening, particularly this assembly is going to be a meaningful assembly for the global society tomorrow, because water is so powerful, and this power of water is ultimately empowering us, the global society, to grow in many aspects of human civilization. So that is why we should explore the power and resources of water in such a manner without affecting our ecology and environment. We'll have to have sustainable family with environment, ecology, better climate, and also better future, better happiness. This particular, I believe, spirit will have to always maintain in every initiative of our kind of bigger cause. And with these few words, I am really thankful to all of you here today, and I am looking forward to have more and more participation from your respective nations, because your word will make a lot of difference to your industries and others also, the important stakeholder that is there in your country, to get full encouragement to participate in this Mumbai event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request the dignitaries on stage to come forward for a group photograph, and I would like to welcome all the India Maritime Week partners on stage as well to join our dignitaries on stage. May I request all the India Maritime Week partners to join us on stage as well? Yes, I did, sir. All the India Maritime Week partners, please can we have you on stage? Sanjam, please come.
The ambassadors and high commissioners and also representatives from all the missions, please kindly join us on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for gracing us with your presence. This has been a very insightful evening. We look forward to our continued collaboration leading to the India Maritime Week. Please do join us for dinner. I request the invited dignitaries, excellencies, ambassadors and deputy heads of missions to join us in the adjoining room, Hall Mansingh 2.